All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just took this stuff out of the Evaporust. It's been sitting in there for 14 hours. And here's my gripe about Evaporust. I paid $75 plus tax for that 3-gallon bucket. It doesn't last as long. I guess I gotta leave this stuff in there longer and longer and longer. The problem is I work for a living and I don't have the time just to let this stuff sit and then me come back and check on it every other day. I don't have that time, that luxury. Time to me is very valuable. It costs me money if I have to waste time. So I should have just put this on the wire wheel. I mean, I wasted 30 minutes, or maybe a little less, just taking these, wiping these down, and then now adding the Evaporust, taking them out in the bucket and rinsing them off, rinsing the Evaporust. Vinegar, for the cost, I would have used the vinegar. I think the vinegar would have worked better. I'm to the point now where I really don't care about Evaporust. I'll use the vinegar, or I will use Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum makes a rust away product that is very aggressive, very strong, but for the cost, I think it's better than the Evaporust. I'm not sold on it anymore. I don't care. You guys can use it if you like it. I use what I like. I like vinegar. I am pretty pissed off because it did not work. I mean, 14 hours, and that stuff is not that old. I have not used it that much, so I've wasted $5. I'm pissed. So Evaporust, if you hear me, kiss me. I'm not using it anymore. That's 2 hours of my salary right there. Evaporust. It cost me 2 hours worth of work to buy that Evaporust, and it does. I expected it to last a lot longer than what it has. So I'm just pissed. I should have just went to the wire wheel and used a paddle, 4-inch wheel on it or something. Anyways, from now on, I'm using vinegar, 6% vinegar. Shoot, I took it in the house. Sorry, I'd show it to you. There's a store here in town. Most of the stuff I find is 4 and 5%, but I have a store here in town that sells 6%. They do a lot of canning, and I guess that's what the vinegar's for. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Just because it was with all that other canning stuff. Anyways, let's go to the wire wheel and see what we get out of these two pairs. Torch out. I'm just going to heat this up to bend it. Tight, and of course you don't. Anyways, let's see what that looks like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to run this small pair. I'm going to run it, this is a 120, it's a worn belt. I'm going to run it over the 120, and then I'm going to use a fiber belt. Medium grit is what it is, and then a fine grit. I'm going to clean these up, make them look nice. A little bit of damage on the end. I'll take care of a little bit of that, not all of it. All right, before I run it over the polishing wheel, I'm gonna run it over this fiber, this 320 grit fiber wheel, just because I want to see what it does. Same as the fine. All right, I'm gonna run these. I straightened it up, actually did pretty good. I'm gonna run them over the belt sander just to, man, these are pitted heavily. So, plus when I heated it up, I burnt some of the rust and formed some little slag, so I'm gonna clean that up. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with the face. Okay, I got it in my little pipe clamp. I don't know what this grit is, 60 maybe? I'm gonna take this off, see what it looks like. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do this, but it's worth, I mean, it's a really good pair of pliers, and as old as it is, I'm sure it had a maker's mark on it, but man, look at the pitting. Look how bad it is. I'm just cleaning it up. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this out and then see what we get. gentlemen, I decided to go ahead and blue the handle on these, and so I'm going to clean it off. And I've said this before, some of you guys already know this, but there's some new guys out there. Clean, before you blue, clean it off. See the black I'm getting off? So clean it. You can use naphtha, that's what's recommended. I use carburetor cleaner because it works for me. I can control it. Plus, I use carburetor cleaner for everything. It just works for me. Get it when you get to the point where you wipe it off and you don't get anything, that's the cleanest you're going to get. Just to let you know. I've got a can of naphtha, and it comes in one of those metal cans that you can't pour out of, so I'm going to have to put it in a spray bottle, and I hate spray bottles because you can't control it. I need to buy, they make a pressurized can that you can put chemical in it and use it kind of like an aerosol. That's what I need to do. Pretty much wasting money buying that naphtha. I can't tell the difference between the carburetor cleaner and the naphtha. Someone's going to say naphtha's cheaper. No. Here, I'll show you in a second. I keep saying naphtha. Denatured alcohol. These cans suck pouring it out. Might as well just waste it anyway, so I hate, see, it just everywhere. Now, that's why I use carburetor cleaner. I can control it. I love being in control. I bought this stuff because that's what somebody recommended, and it's a waste. Look at that. There's a ring on the table here, right where the can was. Hate this stuff. Got to put it in a spray bottle, so now I got to buy a spray bottle. Why? I can use this. Get frustrated anymore. Use what you like, ladies and gentlemen. If you find something you're comfortable with, use it. Over time, it'll save you money. Keep from buying things people recommend that you don't like. There you go. See? No more black. I like this bluing. If you guys want to buy some cold bluing, this is good. This is good. The only thing is, this you got to rinse. You got to rinse this. It works just as well. Matter of fact, I think this is a little more blue and this is more black. But I like this, so I use it. And you can use a cotton swab or whatever, small piece of cloth or something. I use paintbrush. And the reason I use a small paintbrush is I can control it. And if you use a cotton swab, the swab absorbs a lot of your bluing chemical. It's waste. This, I can direct where I want it to go. So that's why I use a brush. Somebody's gonna say, use cotton swab or use a ear swab. Yeah. Like I said before, find what you like to use. If you're comfortable with it, use it. Everybody's got an opinion about a way to do things. This is my redneck way. It works for me. If you find something you like, guys, use it. Like I said before, my tools, my rules. I've a couple of things I've found in the past that I really like using. It's from 357 Magdad. He uses the little fiber wheels. Those are an awesome find. There are certain times you find things from people I highly recommend using, and that's one of them. Scout Crafter, he used the fiber wheels. I really sold on those fiber wheels. Those are good. Man, look at the color. Look how black that turned. See, this color turns more black where the other one is more blue. And all you do after it sets for about 60 seconds, just wipe it off. Got another towel here. All right. Now, after you do that, take some 4/0 steel wool. Hang on a second. I got some this time. I remembered when I went to the store to buy some. The only thing I don't like about the steel wool is it leaves little fibers everywhere. Try to get it all. Don't leave any spots because it'll rust it. It'll turn a nasty color. Okay, just to show you. Oops. See that? This is the side I have not rubbed down. This is the side I have rubbed down. And by the looks of it, the way it took the color, it probably doesn't need another coat. But I'll go ahead and put another coat on it, just to see if it'll take. Because I have enough in the cup so I can put 2 coats on. All right, let me finish this and work on the other plier. All right, I'm going to use some heat shrink tubing. I'm almost out of this. I got to order some more. I can't remember if I have already, but I gotta go look. Anyways, I'm covering this with some heat shrink tubing just to give the handles. Plus, it's pitted so bad. I mean, I would have to take a lot of metal off, and it's not worth it. It's just a good used tool. I didn't see a need, and I overboard cleaning the head just because it was in such bad shape. But the tool itself is in very, very good shape, and there's no reason to put a little, not to put a little effort in it. So anyways, I am. All right, let me do the other side, and then we'll see what we come up with. All I have to do is cut the ends off, call her good. Make sure I get it about even. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm going to do to these. Throw a little coat of wax on them and call it good. Rusted pretty good. This pair was rusted really bad. This big pair, and it's a shame somebody had a good used tool like this and just let it, you know, rot. In a sense, that's what they did. They didn't do anything with it. And it looks kind of like a Craftsman that I have over there. I'm sure, you know, I took the name off of it or what was left. Yes, and I do wax my tools. A couple of reasons. One, just because I like to, keeps them clean, and two, it sheds water, antifreeze, grease, just wipes right off after. And after a while, you have to do it again. But my tools make me money, save me money. So anything I can do to help protect them and last longer, for me, it's a win-win. For those of you that stick them in a bucket and let them get corroded and rusted and go buy new ones, that's probably what happened here. Hang on, I want to look and see what maker this is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, got a little piece of history here. I'm pretty sure I knew it's a UTICA, Utica Corporation, Utica Tool Corporation, and with the embellishment on the handles and the way it's designed, they started making these around 1915. And around 1930 or so, they changed the design. So, and I think actually they changed the design earlier than that, but I got a pair of pliers that's up near 100 years old. So, pretty nice for a piece of junk. I got less than $1 in, and it's a nice little tool. Nothing wrong with it. It was actually in pretty good shape. You can see a little bit of pitting. I probably should have done a better job knowing that this is kind of a piece of history, but I don't care. It's my tools, my rules. I'm going to use it. This probably will not go to work. This I'll keep here just because it's got some history. I am going to oil the handle with 3-in-1 oil. And I use this Red Label 3-in-1 oil. I'm going to oil it, and I'm going to have to keep it inside because the temperature this week, it's cooling off. It's raining right now, actually. So I want the handle to darken a little bit more. These, I'm pretty sure this is a Craftsman or of that type. And you can see the pitting still. I didn't take all the pitting out. This thing was in bad shape. That being said, it is a good pair of pliers now. It's a good pair of Linesman. I didn't do a great polish on it. It really didn't need to. I probably polished it more than I needed to, just because I wanted to practice. It didn't need it because this is going to work, and I'll probably stick it in my secondary toolbox. So I'll always have another pair. I have a pair of Kleins and a pair of Bosch there at work that I use all the time, and when I cut ceiling grid tie, more than likely I'm going to start using these to cut the grid tie wire, just because if I forget it in the ceiling and if it sits there for a couple weeks, I know where. Usually if I leave a tool in the ceiling, I know where it's at. I'll go back and get it. It won't hurt anything. Or if I drop this off the ladder, I hate dropping my Kleins. My Bosch is even better than my Kleins, and that's hard to say because those are some nice pliers. Anyways, I got less than $2. Let's say I think I got like 50 cents in both of these. So I bought it in that estate sale, and it was mostly junk, and these actually turned out really nice. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Finding old junk and bringing it back. Yeah, I may have an hour and 20 minutes in cleaning these up, but this pair of pliers right here is $47 if you got to buy a pair of new ones, and I got some time in it. That's it. My time, in my days off, I usually working or doing something. I don't watch much television, so tools make me money, and I enjoy these tools. I'm kind of a workaholic, so I have to have these to work. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Did I do a good job? Do you like them? I think it's worth the money. Right here's a piece of history. This is old. More than likely, this is the same age, because these came from the same gentleman that passed away, and he'd retired over 6 years ago. And by the looks of his shop, he hadn't been in his shop in a decade or two. It was bad. But anyways, I got some of his tools, and they're going to live on a little longer and use them a little longer. And I think really and truly something like this, if it was well taken care of, can last another 100 years. All right, guys. Subscribe if you like. Hope you like the video. Y'all have a good evening.